Today we are doing beef shanks. Now this is kind of what some would call an osso buco cut. It's like a leg steak that you braise. It's got the bone marrow in there, and this is traditionally kind of done with veal, but I got these beef shanks or beef osso buco. You could use lamb shanks, you could use pork shanks, you could use any kind of meat that you're braising in this. You don't have to do this. It's just I like these and I have access to these. And I like how the fat in the marrow seasons the broth. It enriches the broth and stock in the sauce. So we're going to get these, season them up with our Blackbeard smoke. So we're going to use our spicy smoky Cajun blend. So this is going to be kind of warm because it's cold outside. I recorded this during the storm, the storm of the century a couple weeks ago. Yeah. Then here we're going to saute up bacon first. Then we're going to sear up our osso buco. Then we're going to use our aromatics. So we got onion, carrot, celery, mushrooms. I got these fresh, nice trumpet mushrooms. Some herbs. So we got bay leaf, parsley, thyme, rosemary. And we got a little flour to add to the vegetables as they're getting finished to make like a little roux kind of situation. So we are thickening that up. Then we have a little white wine, so we're going to deglaze with that. We're going to enrich the sauce with the little tomato product. I didn't have any tomato paste, but I had a little ketchup. That works just fine. And I got my chicken stock over on the other stove over there warming up. So we're going to pour that in. And then we're let it simmer for a couple hours. And then we're going to make some creamy grits and serve it over that. And it's going to be unctuous, delicious, and wonderful. So let's get started here. So first thing we're going to do is cut this bacon. All right. Let's move this over here. So these are ends of hardwood smoked bacon. They don't really, it's not like they have to be perfect, but we're just kind of getting it cut up so it gets through all the sauce and seasons all the sauce. Some people you could like render this and then have nice little crispy bacon bits to put over the top, but I'm going to cook it in with the sauce because I want the flavor in the sauce. I want this to be maximum coziness. So sometimes this hardwood bacon is a little tougher than just your average store-bought bacon because it's normally dry cured. Sometimes bacon that you get at the store is wet cured. So that's fine right there. That's good like that, right? And we're going to put this right here. And look, it's okay to use the same cutting board because we're going to wash this when we're done. This is all going in the same spot, so I don't really care right now. I'm just going. So here's the onion. Gonna peel that off. Ooh. All right. Put that over there. We'll save those little skins and stuff. So when we make our chicken stock next week or whenever I got enough bones and leftover scraps from our aromatics, and that's how we get our chicken stock. We just save up scraps, then boil them up. So just go in here and not fussing over it too much. Now when you fuss over how you cut vegetables, that's when you get real crazy, I think. There's no reason for that. We're just doing that. See? Look how easy that is. Not hard, not difficult. All right, so these little tips of these celery's a little funk. Well, let's get rid of those. But yeah, we're just gonna go. These don't have to be perfect here. We're just running it through. La la la, right? Alright, we're going to put the little pieces in our stock. So yeah, now we got a little celery in there. We're making our mirepoix here. Doesn't have to be perfect. We got a carrot. We got a nice carrot there. So we're going to peel. Is that the right side? Because this one does a little julienne thing too. You can make little strips with it. I'll actually show you that because it's a fun little tool. See, you can do that one and it makes little strips. But we're not going to do that right now. I don't want to make a mess. So these can go in the stock. Easy peasy. Nice peeler. This is an open heel peeler. I kind of like them. It's pretty nice peeler. They make fun little camping knives. They're French camping knives. But yeah, take that, put that over there with our other scraps. And then we're gonna cut that little piece off. That's fine. We're going to cut it in half. Once again, this does not have to be perfect. You just don't want, you know, giant pieces mixed in with small pieces. And a little 1/4 inch half moons. Now, if you can buy your produce at your local farmer's market, you're going to get better results because this is fresher, and we're all about freshness here. We're here because that's important. The quality of your techniques and the quality of your ingredients. Your ingredients are the most important thing. That's how you make stuff taste good. Good ingredients equals great food. End of discussion. So let's see what we're gonna do this. We're gonna go like, well, how do I start? Well, I'm just gonna pull it apart. Little pieces. All right, we're just gonna give it a little rip, and then we're not gonna worry about this too much. We're just gonna make nice little pieces because I want to have, you know, I want to get a nice little mushroom bite here and there, you know, when I'm eating it. So I'm not trying to. This is gonna flavor our sauce. It's also gonna be, you know, a nice meaty component to the dish. Yeah, just like so. It's squeaky. Alright. Then we're gonna say that's fine. It's fine if it's like that. You just break it up. We're not worrying about this stuff. We're not worrying about little stuff here. When you worry about little stuff, you miss the big picture, which is the end result is going to be delicious. Bacon here. So there's a little cut up bacon. We're going to render this. This is going to season the sauce. And the fat is going to be what we saute our pork shanks in and brown them. Or excuse me, beef shanks. And we're going to saute our vegetables up and add our herbs and our stock and our tomato product and wine. And then we're going to have an awesome, delicious stew for this crazy cold weather. And it's going to be fun and delicious. So, let's put that in. And you see we get going. It's going to hit the pan, start sizzling pretty much immediately. So we're just going to let this go for a minute. There you go, see it's melting up right away. Turn it up just a hair. Start cooking. Oh my god, this smells awesome. Okay, so put this all in the middle here and get this warmed up, release some of that fat, and then I'll come back and we'll get going at it again. Alright, so This is looking good here. Our bacon is melting, rendering out. So we got some oil in here to sear our shanks in and to saute our veggies in. And we're going to get as much as we can out of this, I think. Alright, we're pulling out the bacon right here. Alright, here we go. Putting in some shanks here. We're just going to do 2 at a time because these are kind of big. You don't want to crowd the pan with searing. Because we want color. Just let them go. Let them get brown. We'll come back when they got a little color on the other side. Alright, we got a little curling right here, but that's not a big deal. Don't worry about it. We're getting color on here, which is important. All that. Oh well, no big deal. I guess I could have cut a little slice in there so it loosened up a little bit. I'm going to move these over so I can get, can I move it over? I'm going to get this other one in here and get it going. Yeah, so maybe we've got stuff happening. Keep going till it's done. Alright. Alright, so we're still searing up. We're just going to keep sizzling, keep searing. Keep at it. I'm just going to pull this one out. Pull this one out. We're going to add that next one in. And get it right in the middle where it's the hottest. Alright, I'm going to put that little bone right there. Searing the meat. Keep going. Keep it going. Rotate them in, rotate them out. Alright, so now we're going to pull this guy out. We're going to focus on this last piece, this last shank, this last Osso Buco. Looking good. Looking good. We still got some fat in there. Saute our mushrooms, onions, and carrots with. We'll let that go for a minute, and then we'll come back and start sauteing our veggies. Alright, here we go. We're going to pull this last one out, and we're going to go ahead and smoke into the fun. Then put our veggies in. We're going to add salt at first because it's going to dilute our stuff, so we're just going to cook these all at once. In this pan. I might need to add a little more fat, but we're going to see how this turns out right now. Okay. So, you know, we're always big on reusing things and not wasting stuff because sometimes the best thing to do is save flavor. So this is some chicken fat that we rendered from skin when we were roasting the chicken for making stock. So we're just going to throw that in there. Get it going. Now if you don't have that, that's fine. Obviously, right? But you could put, you select some bacon fat, you got some butter, even olive oil or vegetable oil, avocado oil would work. Trying to stay away from seed oils because they're weird. I'm just going to start talking. Get this kind of going again. Alright? Get these browned up. Alright, we'll let it go for a minute. I'll come back when they're closer to getting done or at the next stage of doneness. Alright. Now we're going to add a little sea salt. Now these are cooked down a little bit so we can start releasing more of that oil, or excuse me, more of the liquid water in these veggies. Just a few pinches. You know, we're seasoning everything as we cook. It's important. You know, the bacon is going to add a good bit of salt, so you don't want to do too much. You know, we're not trying to over season our stuff. There's a lot of veggies in here, so we can like handle a little extra salt. Alright, so I think we're pretty good here. Done. So I'm going to add that flour, just like a couple of tablespoons in there. You might hear some other noises. We got other people cooking in the kitchen, but nothing I'm not dropping anything. So now we kind of made our little, cooking our flour in, getting the rawness out of it. Alright. Now we're gonna add in our ketchup. We didn't have any paste, but that's fine with the shoes that we got, right? Because that's how we do it here. Don't freak out, run to the store, go, oh no, that's tomato paste. Well, you got some kind of tomato product probably in your refrigerator. You know? So yeah, we're cooking that in. We're getting some thickness here. Alright, now we're gonna add in our white wine. It smells good. And we're going to add that cook. I'm going to cook that off. Cook that wine, alcohol, raw flavor off. We're cooking off that raw tomato kind of taste, or that canned tomato paste. We're cooking out the raw flour here. So right now it's important to kind of keep it stirring, keep it moving. Put the heat up on it, keep the heat up on it, so we're cooking those flavors out. Starting to develop this sauce broth here. We're gonna add our chicken stock here in a second. Like right now it looks like. Chicken stock. And so now we got this is gonna be our braising liquid. This is going to thicken up a little bit if we bring it to a simmer. So now we're just going to kind of let it go. So we're just going to throw these in. So here's our herbs. So we got a couple bay leaves, a couple of rosemary sprigs, some thyme, some parsley. Just go in there. Just don't worry about it. Some people be like, you got to tie those up. No, you don't. We're going to just put our bacon in because now's a good time to do it. We'll just bring this to a simmer, and then we're going to nuzzle our little Beef Osso Buco in there. Get up there. Yeah, now it's time to get all that flavor into that broth. We're going to let it come up to a simmer. Add the shanks in. Go in the oven for 2 hours. Pull it out. Serve it over some grits. It's going to be awesome. Here we go. We're going to layer our little simmery steaks in here. We're trying to fit them all in. I think we can. Oh yeah. There it is. And we're going to bring it up to a little simmer with that. It's already up to simmer. We're just going to get it hot, and then we're going to put that in the oven for 2 hours. I'm going to pour these little juices in there because that's all flavor. Alright. Alright, we're simmering away. Here we go. Alright, so about 3 hours later, you get these. And then we're going to put made some grits. Now this grits are just made with stone ground grits. Make their stone ground. That's going to make them better. I'm going to put a little bit off to the side. We do about 3 cups of milk to 1 cup of grit. Bring the milk to a simmer. Stir in the grit. Bring up to a light boil. Cook for depending on the grits, between 20 and 30 minutes. And then a little bit of salt. That's ready to go. I'm gonna use this because it's right here. But yeah. So let's take that. I've got our little herbs. So this is some of that parsley. I'm gonna put that right in there. And then we're gonna go get a little of that sauce. Oh my God. This is so yeah, right there, like that is some braised shank. Now we'll just pull those. Oh look, we'll just pull that out. That's fine, no big deal. Look good, man. This is amazing. This is beautiful. This is perfect for this cold freaking day. That's for sure. Thank you guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share. Not only does that help me and the channel, it also helps YouTube find other people like you to show this cool content. And then it also lets YouTube know what you like so you can get more cool content like this. All right, have a great day. Get out there and get cooking. Bye. Thank you again.